It is our responsibility, and I think my responsibility, to ensure that the FISA process is carried out professionally, properly, lawfully, and with integrity. I intend to do that. We are working on that now. Our Office of Inspector General has almost 500 employees, investigators, and prosecutors, and they're going to work on this and get to the bottom of it.
There you have Attorney General Jeff Sessions telling Tucker Carlson last night he believes and remains firm on this, that the Justice Department's Inspector General can handle the investigation of FISA abuse claims. But Sessions did not rule out the possibility of a second special counsel. Let's bring in our panel. Adriana Cohen is a nationally syndicated columnist for the Boston Herald, and Robin Biro is a former Obama campaign regional field director and a Democratic strategist. Thank you both. Adriana, Jeff Sessions is standing firm, despite President Trump's pressure, that he believes that the Justice Department's IG can handle this FISA abuse investigation fairly. Does this surprise you, despite not only the president but Republicans calling for a special counsel to be assigned?
It does surprise me because Jeff Sessions should know two things. One, the Justice Department can't be trusted to investigate itself. And number two, the Inspector General doesn't have the jurisdiction to interview over 24 key witnesses, including former director of the FBI, James Comey, his chief of staff, James Rybicki, Andrew Cabe. The list goes on and on. So you can't have a legitimate investigation and get to the bottom of this without interviewing and subpoenaing key witnesses. So this is very troubling that he is really soft-pedaling this type of investigation, which is really important to protect the integrity of our democracy.
Robin, the president calls Jeff Sessions' actions, and I'm quoting, disgraceful, and goes as far as to allege the IG is biased because he's an Obama guy, and those are his words. He was appointed by Obama, as you know, in 2012. So considering the president also accuses the Obama administration officials of inappropriately surveilling his campaign, does it not make sense that he wouldn't trust an Obama guy?
You know, that's where I took a cringe, actually, when he said that part about the Obama guy, because these are public servants. These are federal employees. There are no Obama guys. There are no Trump guys. He may have been appointed by Obama, but they're there just to do their jobs without any kind of political bias. So I'm really glad, actually, that Jeff Sessions has faith in these public servants to carry out their jobs, which they're responsible to do. So, you know, there are no, what would Trump want? Does he want just Trump guys who pledge loyalty to him? That I would have a problem with. I don't think even Nixon would have done that.
All right. So, Adriana, then, when asked whether a special prosecutor, as opposed to the Justice Department's IG, should carry out the investigation, Sessions said something interesting I wanted you to comment on. He said it could be one day that a special prosecutor would be required. One day. So what does he mean by that? And why not just assign the probe to a special prosecutor now and not in maybe one day? I mean, why wait?
Exactly. It seems like he's buying time, and it makes one wonder if Rod Rosenstein is behind that. Maybe he pressured Jeff Sessions to let the IG handle it, to buy time so they could cover their tracks. We know laws were broken. I mean, the FISA abuses that took place should alarm every American. And again, Jeff Sessions knows that you can't have a legitimate investigation without interviewing the key players who got the FISA warrants to begin with. James Comey, Rod Rosenstein, Andrew McCabe. These are the people that need to be investigated. And so we need, in order to preserve integrity in our justice system, we need to bring in a special counsel, an independent special counsel from the outside to do a full investigation on this. And, you know, I just would like to just comment quickly on what Robin had to say. Robin, it's nice that you have faith in bureaucrats to be neutral, but that wasn't the case with Peter Strzok, the FBI agent. He had extreme bias and animus towards our president. Same with FBI agent Lisa Page. So we know there's a lot of people within our government, powerful individuals in our justice system who are extremely biased and are not performing their duties with neutrality. And so, you know, we could all be Pollyanna and pretend that everybody at the IG's office is politically neutral, but I think your viewers know otherwise.
Robin, go ahead.
Well, right to that point, everybody that, with all due respect, Adriana, everyone that you just mentioned is a Republican. So, I failed to buy this narrative that they were all out to get Donald Trump when these are Republicans that were put in place by Republicans.
It's not about their party status. It's about those text messages. We read them. Peter Strzok talked about his extreme animus towards President Trump. Same with Lisa Page. So just because someone's a Republican doesn't mean they like Donald Trump. You're aware of the whole Never Trump movement. There's plenty of Republicans in this country who despise President Trump and would even like to see him impeached. And so just because, some FBI agents were technically Republicans, let's say, it doesn't mean that they weren't out to get him. And so I think we need a special counsel.
Removed.
Robin, do you think something criminal happened? I mean, do you think that criminal activity took place? Yes or no?
Who am I to say?
I know, but do you
that's
think,
for the professionals.
just off of a hunch, do you think that somebody potentially abused the FISA court? Potentially.
Yes.
Okay, so then
potentially so, and I want that to be found out.
So then
and
if a criminal investigation is being had, should not that person who oversees the criminal investigation have any kind of prosecutorial power? Because the IG does not, and that is the reason why they want somebody with prosecutorial power, because if a criminal act was in fact committed, in fact, they need to be punished for it, and only somebody who has prosecutorial power would be able to do that. And I think that is part of the argument.
Right, and that's why Jeff Sessions reserved the point to call a special prosecutor if needed.
Okay, all right, so then it's possible one day. All right, thank you both. We appreciate you both coming on.
Thank you.
Kelly.
A travel warning is in effect.